What is gwan, peeps? What is gwan? It's Valerie's Naturals Oracles. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, wherever you are. Welcome or welcome back, depending if you're an OG or a ride or die. Anyway, today it's a full moon, people. It's a full moon. Are you actually releasing to the moon, and are you grateful? Because this is what the full moon is mainly about. If it was a new moon, I would have said, get manifesting. But with the full moon, it's about releasing past hurts, past pain, releasing all sorts of stuff. Do you know what I mean? So I thought in honor of that, I'd get out not the OG Moonology cards, but the newer version. It's the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards. So I thought I'd get these ones out because this is the sister one to the Moonology that everybody has. But I just thought today I brought these with me because I'm still at my son's, but I should be home soon. So it's a couple of days of this because I've just like chilled out over the weekend and whatever, and done the thing with my kids and whatever, my grandkids and all sorts. But I thought I'd bring these with me, and I'm glad I did because I forgot. I thought for some reason the full moon was going to be around about the 20th, and I think I even mentioned it in one of these videos. But it's not a full moon. Then it's actually, if you're watching this, it's not the 14th, okay, and that's the day of the full moon. But they say that it's still relevant the day before and 3 days after. So you can, you've got time to do your thing. You've got time to do your thing to manifest or to actually release to the moon. So let's get a card out and find out what is going on for the full moon, people. Let's find out, shall we? Okay. And if I didn't say, and I keep forgetting, if you're here, you're at the Daily Spiritual Tea. Well, I do things all spiritual, but as you know, and you've been here long enough, other stories come out. So let's find out what we got. So, oh my goodness, this is such a good one. Make time for self-love. Make time for self-love. Last quarter moon in Libra. Oh, what a gwan, peeps. This is deep. Do you see this woman holding that moon? And it's just like, it's so fitting. Do you know when I was just talking about releasing to the moon, I never thought this one would come out because this is an act of self-love, to release, to forgive. It's about forgiving. And if you know anything about the full moon ritual, which I've put on my Patreon many a time, like somebody will ask me and I will just send them a link because I read the whole book. Because this book, that not this one, but the book, the original Moonology, I've actually got the book by the author who made these cards, and I've also got her astrology book, and I've actually done them as audios on Patreon, so my Patreons can listen to them at any time, and it will tell you about astrology and Moonology. But I say all that to say, the ritual itself that she puts in there, I highly recommend, because I tell you what, it is so deep and profound. And I actually did it one day with my niece, and it just changed worlds. And it's an act of I say all that to say it's an act of self-love. You literally write down all the people that have hurt you in your past. You forgive them. And be grateful for them to be teaching you. I have to say that, repeat twice, because it's like, it's a deep, profound thing to actually see the lesson and what they taught you. Do you know, if you can take the lesson from what people teach you in this lifetime, the things that they do to you, don't look at it as failure. Look at it as a lesson that you needed to learn, and you know better the next time. Don't ever see anything as a failure. And this is an act of self-love. So I'm going to read this quickly because I don't want to keep you too long, because I'm not at home. I'm on the streets. As they say, I'm on the streets at the moment. So let me just see what this is. Last quarter moon in Libra. Let's find out what it says about this one, about self-love. Ooh, so I like to read an oracle card because I want to be called Valerie's Natural Oracles for no reason. I just love an oracle card and the direct messages they give, because they're literally direct messages where tarot cards can be open to interpretation. These are not. I could ramble on all day about self-love, but it's what it says in here which relates to the card, isn't it? So, last quarter moon in Libra. Okay, let's see. I'm just looking for the page, people, if I go quiet for a minute. Please forgive me. Okay, so it says, make time for self-love. Have you been trying to please all the people all the time when you are not quite happy yourself? There's a difference between wanting to live positively and spiritual bypassing. When you refuse to acknowledge your feelings, you can't fool the universe, so pretending to be happy when you're sad will get you nowhere. Rather, you need to deal with your feelings. That's the only way. If you're people pleasing, stop. Think about what's going on and why you're doing it. If you're in an unbalanced relationship, address the situation. Release to the moon, Mr. Release to the moon. Manifesting mix. While it's lovely to do things nicely, they also need to be done well. Be sincere. So the manifesting mindset. The way to get into manifesting zone is to work through all your stuff. Once you've done that, you become a clear signal for your desires. So, your manifestation affirmation. Harmony surrounds me. I am on my path. This is interesting. The last quarter moon in Libra takes place when the sun is in Capricorn and the moon is in Libra. It knows that two great minds are better than one. But are you hearing the message here? Stop people pleasing. Is that what you're doing? Have some time for you. Release to the moon. Is it you in the wrong? It's literally said unbalanced relationship. Address the situation. You see when it's just one of those things. It's like releasing to the moon. Stop the people pleasing. Think about yourself more. I've tended to do that. Whereas once upon a time I'd be trying to please the world and its wife, trying to make everybody happy. Do you know? I said no. Stop that. You know, I call it nothing people. Nothing people. I nothing to people sometimes because. You know, if you suddenly disappear, I'm the typical Virgo, the typical hermit. I would just back off and you would never hear from me again. And then you wonder what happened. Because I will nothing you rather than actually cuss out 2 words. And you will know why I nothinged you. I don't even some people don't even block, delete, karate chop. I just don't answer the phone to them. And they get the message. They can leave all the messages they want. I don't even block my phone. I just nothing you. And this is a part of it. Release to the moon, Miss A, release to the moon. Because I'm telling you, self-love is everything. Even if it's just to have a little pamper session. I'm going to see why this card is here. Why is this here? I know it's because it's a full moon and everything else. But at the moment, what's at the bottom of the deck? Reflect on your priorities. Unleash your kindest self. And most of all, know that you are loved. Talk less, feel more. Oh, I could keep going. These cards are wonderful. But I'm telling you, know that you are loved. Unleash your kindest self. Reflect on your priorities. Reflect on your own. I'm going to leave this out. Reflect on your own priorities. Stop people pleasing. Stop it. Oh my goodness, that is deep. Let's get some cards out. See, now you know, people, I'm traveling, so I got my ride or die. This is what I originally learned on the ride away. This is an OG. This is one that's been going on for a good old century, isn't it? I've done some research on, I've had to do research for college in reference to tarot. And tarot goes back to the 14th century, but these cards in particular were started by a group of, it started in this actual sect called the something dawn. I think that was the Golden Dawn. If you look it up, the Golden Dawn, and the person that actually did the illustration for this, Pamela Coleman Smith, I think it was, it's right away. Pamela, that's it, Pamela something. Oh, right away. Her name is Ryder, isn't it? But anyway, Pamela, her name was. She was actually a black woman. Would you believe? Well, she was half white, half black, but to certain communities she's black, okay, but she created these cards, and I could ramble on. I could ramble on, people. I'm a wealth. I'm a trivia. I'm into, well, not into trivia, but I know a lot of trivia, especially when it comes to the spiritual game, because I've been doing so much research on certain things. Because, like I said, on Patreon they get all the information, and I do all this Let's Learn Mondays, and we learn together. And this week is all about I think it was about Christ consciousness. Oh my goodness, what does Christ consciousness mean, people? But I'm coming off the topic now. So yeah, I did that this week already. That's Let's Learn Mondays. It's like Christ consciousness. That's deep. Anyway, why these cards here? Make time for yourself. Reflect on your priorities. Why is this here, Spirit? Why is this here? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. You need to think about rest, recuperate, put things to rest. Release to the moon and say release. You need to release certain things, put it down, put it to rest. Maybe you need to rest yourself. Maybe that's one of your priorities, is that you need to rest. Why is this here, Spirit? Yeah, because maybe you've been umming and ahhing about decisions, about things that you need to do. But I'm going to get another card out and see why that's here. Yeah, it's about your pentacles, isn't it? Do you know what I'm seeing here is that you need to, you have to, in order to do this, sometimes, yeah, it's like you're juggling. You may have the whole world in your hands here, but it's like sometimes it's like you work so hard that you need to give yourself time to rest. You need to rest. And this is what it's here. Also, you're just stable and abundant. And there's people around you, you know, is umming and ahhing, and you don't give a monkeys, do you? You're just about yourself. You're about your resting, recuperating, releasing, putting things to rest. This is what you're here for. Because once upon a time, you might have been in this energy of like at a crossroads, indecision. But you decided to think about yourself. And this is what, and if you're not doing this is what you should be doing. Thinking about yourself, thinking about where you want to go in life, where you want. Be that stable person in your life. Have some self-love. Reflect on your priorities. And your priorities could be making the Pentacles. Could be just growing spiritually. I mean, yesterday was about spiritual love. It was about your spiritual self and moving forward spiritually. But this could be where you're abundant. You're that stable, reliable person who is spiritually going and people are watching you intently. Do you know what I mean? But it could be that you're just old, free and single, or young, free and single, and you're just abundant and stable, and you don't have to think about nobody. You're thinking about yourself, which is a good thing. Let's see what else is coming out here. Yeah, because you got naysayers around you, like this King of Swords, that are just up in their logic. Or this could just be you be up in your logic. You need to stop it. You need to stop it. Reflect. Yes, reflect on your priorities, but at the same time, be in your heart space as well as your head. Be in the logic as well as the heart. Be in the logic as well as the heart, because, make time for some self-love, because I'm sure this character would do. They're as selfish as AF. Sometimes this character is as selfish as AF. You need to make time for yourself. Trust and believe. May I tell you, because look, this card in itself embodies spiritual growth, okay? This is about you making time for yourself, conversing with spirit, having the knowledge and understanding of where you need to be in life or where you've got to go. It says reflect on your priorities, and this helps you to reflect on your priorities. Make time for self-love. And self-love is about connecting with your oneness as well. I'm looking at these though, and I'm seeing in other news. Oh my God! Did you put something to rest? But it did take you a while. It took you a while. It took you a while to put this to rest, though. You was at crossroads. You was umming and ahhing. You thinking, should I put this to rest? But you decided to be this stable, reliable self to yourself. You loved yourself enough. You loved yourself enough to respect yourself enough not to be dealing with characters like this. Because these are the ones that are chess players. These are the ones that are into the manipulation. These are the ones that are up in their logic and not in their heart space. You got the higher learning, the higher understanding. You conversed with spirit, and spirit showed you who these people are. Okay, and I don't know why this story is coming out here today, but this is deep because this is on the full moon, people. Is there people that you need to release, Miss? Is there people you need to release? Release them, Miss. Release them. Because this is what this is pointing to, is that there's certain people that you need to release here right now, and do it under the full moon. And if you want to know, hit me up. But it is actually on my Patreon. All this information is on I've read the whole book to my Patreons. It's all in audio on my Patreon. But I've also Yeah, I've got it all on my Patreon. So if you want to know, the link is in the description below. It's in my Patreon. All this information is here. But what I'm saying to you is, in other news, does somebody want to put an argument to rest with you as well? This is what I'm saying here. Somebody wants to put an argument to rest with you as well. Somebody wants to put an argument to rest with you. But you're at a crossroads as to where you do this, because you love yourself enough to know that if you go down this road again, is it going to be another cycle with somebody who's just up in their head? Or is it you're going to have the high learning, high understanding to realise what this is? Do you know? Are you going to have the high learning, high understanding? Because somebody sees you being, regardless of what they threw at you. I'm getting whatever they threw at you, whatever they tried, you were still you was the half glass full person and they was the half glass empty person. This is what I'm getting from this. That you were stable, reliable. You might not be the matriarch yet, but you're abundant. You're abundant to the point where you could be like, or you're just a stable, stand-up person. And no matter what this person threw at you, it may have knocked you down at one point, but you got up and you fought back. Not so much fought back, but in the sense that you took your pain and turned it. I'm big on that. Take your pain and turn it into power. Take your pain and turn it into power, because, spirit is with you. Thy staff and thy rod comfort you. If you're ever into Psalms, my mum was into Psalms big time. She used to have the Bible on her bed at Psalms 35. Because that was I don't know if you know that Psalms 35 is there for protection. It's a protection psalm. So she used to have it open in her Bible at Psalms 35. And this is what this is about. This is about spirit protecting you and guiding you. You come into higher learning, a higher understanding about certain people. Spirit is guiding you in this. And one of those things that Spirit will always say to you, Spirit has given us two things in this life. And I always say this, and you're probably not off by heart, but it's unconditional love and free will. Okay, but when you've been touched by divine, it gives you a high learning, higher understanding than ever before. You see things in a wider perspective. You see things in a different way. And, these people can talk to you all day long. They can talk to you all day long, but you still see them for who they are, for what they are. And this is a problem to them. Why are we going down that road today? What's at the bottom of the day? Yeah, see, they want to appear to you as this person, okay? But really, they want to come to you as this person. This is the one that needs to apologize. This is the one that wants to come with a small emotional gesture, but in actual fact, they want to appear like this. But really, they're this. Okay, and it could even be that you have choices here. This could also be two choices. One is not like the other, though. One is one that needs to be apologized, and the other one is a stable, upstanding person who wants to be with this. This is like not quite the match, but almost. Do you know what I mean? But there's somebody here that wants to come forward, who wants to appear like, this is two scenarios here now, because this is for the collective, but this is somebody who wants to appear as a King of Pentacles towards you, wants to appear like they've got everything together. But in actual fact, they know that they owe you an apology. They owe you some kind of explanation. They owe you some kind of heart-to-heart conversation. They need to tell you what the hell's going on here. Because look, all you're doing is holding back. All you're doing is holding back. You're holding back your time, your energy. You nothing them. Whoever this person is, you just nothing them. Not only did you block and delete a karate chop, you nothing them. This is not for everybody. When I say nothing them, sometimes you just don't even answer the phone to these people. You still could have your phone open to these people, whatever, or your social media, or whatever. You're just showing them what they missed out on. Some of you, but. Like, some of you, it's just like, why? And look, see? You're just holding back from these people. You're stable and abundant. You don't want them to mess with your peace. And you see on a full moon when you can release these people on top of it. Oh, what dog one, peeps? What dog one? Release me, Sammy, release. Because look here now. All they can do is chat you. Do you know what it is? These people can only chat you because they can only chat that. This is the phrase. They can only chat the old you because they don't know the new you. So all they can do is discuss the old you. And this is what it is. This is about partnerships and stuff like this as well. But you see, when you see it like this, these people in their logic, because they can't talk to you, they have to talk about you. You get what I'm saying, peeps? You getting it, collective? You getting what I'm giving, collective? Because I'm telling you, all they can do is chat you. Because you just come to higher learning, higher understanding, but gossiping and chatting you is not making the Pentacale. Do you know what my mantra is lately? If you ain't paying my rent, if you ain't lying down with me, and you are not one of my children, I don't give a monkey's what you do. I don't give a monkeys because you ain't paying my rent. You are not lying down with me. You are not my child. So you can say what you want, sticks and stones, as they say. But I tell you what, by them actually chatting you, all they do is bigging up your status. Bad news is still news. And then you're going to find that there's people that are going to be curious. When these people start talking about you, these people are going to be curious and they say, I want to know what this person's really about. And they will go look for themselves and they will realise that this person is bad-mouthing you for no reason because they are nothing but, I can't believe this is coming out the bottom of the deck, they are nothing but conflict. They are nothing but conflict, and it's conflicting to them that you're not the person that they've been talking about all this time. But you're not the person that they're talking about. You're of spirit. You're of your intuition. You are of your spiritual growth, and this is why you loved yourself enough. Reflect on your priorities, people. Make time for your self-love, because with self-love, you know that these people don't mean you no good. And sometimes these people ain't got nothing better to do than to gossip, to stand around and chat your business, or the old you. They're chatting the old you because they don't know the new you. And it's conflicting to them that you don't give a monkey's A, and B, that you're on your spiritual path, and that C, that you converse with spirit and you converse with yourself more than, and you use your intuition, and I don't like it. It's conflict to them. It's got them up in their head, people. Because they know better must come. Judgment is going to yam somebody body. That's what it is. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. See, I don't know why I don't get these cards out more often, because I love these cards. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. If that made sense to you, please subscribe, hit the alert bell. So you know what, I'm going to do another video. Because you can see they get deep, people. And as for the Soul Tribe, the Watagwan Soul Tribe Collective. If it resonates with you, please check out the links in the description below. Keep the channel going. You can donate. You can just, you can hit up Patreon as well, where all the actual soul tribes are at. Most of those people on Patreon now, my friends, because we chop it up on a regular. We literally got to know each other, and it's like the soul tribe. We're all a soul tribe to each other, and there is nothing spiritual you can't talk about on my channel on Patreon. So anyway, come and hit me up, but most of all, for me to pick up your energy, please subscribe, hit the alert bell. And the more of you that subscribe, the more energy I can pick up. Okay, people? So until next time, probably next time I'll be home when the next time I do this. But I'm not at home at the moment, so I thought I'll bring some cards with me. I brought these ones with me, and the ones I did yesterday I actually bought and had, Amazon Prime is a wonderful thing. But I've got to take all this stuff home now, Anyway, until next time, people, take care.